My name is Joseph Carter, and I am the Mink Man.
When I was a senior in high school, I started learning about the American mink. I was told that mink were horrible, vicious little animals who were impossible to tame. Challenge accepted. I've been in love with mink ever since. I get mink from fur farms and give them a new life. In this new life, my mink live as naturally as possible, even hunting for their dinner the way a wild mink would.
So come join me on my adventures as we learn more about this intense little predator, the amazing American mink.
I think I just lift them up and set them back down and just keep going.
So we're out here today, we're gonna do a little rat hunting. We're gonna use the loader this time, move some stuff, so hopefully we can get a bunch. And it's pretty frozen, so it'll be interesting to see how it is out here when it's this cold. I don't remember being out here when it's this frozen, this solid. It was down to negative 15 yesterday morning, so pretty darn cold. It'll be interesting to see how or if anything's different when it's this cold out. So let's get started.
This is Shirney. She's a 15-month-old Dutch Shepherd. Boss is an almost 2-year-old 1/4 Pit Bull 3/8 Whippet 3/8 Greyhound. Penny is David's 15-month-old German Shorthair Pointer. On the left is Gremlin, my little over 2-year-old Patterdale Terrier, and on the right in the blue collar is Leia, my 3-year-old Patterdale Whippet Cross.
Ooh, there's one right here.
Good girl. Okay.
That one's a fat one. That is a fat one. Holy
Shirney,
fat.
bring it here. Okay, so go ahead and lift it up. Up, up. Good girl. You got it.
There's reds everywhere.
Far side. Far side. Far side. We gotta get it beat. There's too many. Leia. Where's your dog? Oh, you let it go. Far side. Good girl, Shirney. Good girl. Leia.
Up top.
Where's your dog? Oh, you let it go. Far side. Good girl, Shirney. Good girl. Up here. Good dog. Girl, Gremlin. Bring it here, Shirney. Good girl, Gremlin. Get on this! Gotta get it! Shirley, look! Good job, boss. Hey, grab the dead rats. Hey, come here. Bucket, right over here. Shirley, over here, bucket. Yes. Bucket. Good girl. Bucket. No, look. Bucket. Good girl. Bucket. Is there any on the far side?
Bucket, Shirney.
Bucket. Bucket.
We were losing far too many rats using just the dogs, so now it's time to break out the mink. Mink are a highly aggressive, semi-aquatic member of the weasel family. Some people confuse them with ferrets because of their long, skinny bodies, but they are two very different animals. For one, ferrets have been domesticated for over 2,000 years, and mink, well, they're still pretty much wild animals.
Get out of it, boss.
Yeah, I think that's...
So we need a...
Woo!
Oh, it's...
Whoa.
Come here. Mink under. Good dog. Good dog. Good girl, Leia. Oh, look at Mink's on top.
Oh,
Did you get it? Yeah, I got it. Good boy.
got it.
Good boy. That was cool. That was super cool. Good girl, Leia. Did you keep it or lose it?
Yeah, he
Oh,
kept
good
it.
boy. Right here, right here. Okay, we can scoop it. Okay. Good boy. Oh wow, he's killed a bunch. He's killed a bunch. He's got a whole pile of dead ones over here. Good job, big guy. Good job. Got it. I think there might be another one though. There's another one right by it.
Yeah, I see it right there.
Leia! Right here.
Dig it out, babe.
Watch.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's one right here.
Get it, Shani. Get it, Shani. Get it. Good girl. Good dogs. Take it down. Fine. I think they're good. Good job. Get it. Good dog, boss.
Oh, there's one.
Good dog, Shani.
Good dog.
Good girl. Good girl. Sorry, I thought you were getting away. Good job, boss.
One jump into the boss's mouth.
That one's dead. Good job, boss.
Oh, over here.
Good job, boss. Get it. Good job, boss.
Oh, good job.
Good job, Gremlin.
Gremlin like dived in.
Oh, she
Grabbed
killed it, I guess. That was so fast, I didn't think she killed it.
Yeah, I know. She's getting good. Oh, I already see some. I think this is a good one.
Okay. Okay, this is one we can do meat.
Yeah, we need to do meat on this.
Woo! Get it, boss. Good boy.
Oh, there's meat.
Good girl, Shani.
Mink are fighting over one, by the way.
Good dog.
There you go.
Good dog, Grimmy. Good dog, Leia. Get it, Shirley. Get it. Get on it. Over here, Shirley. Get off. Good job. Oh, good dogs. Good dogs. Good dogs. Yeah, that's all good. You got one. Yeah, let's do it.
Or should we just play with this a little bit?
It usually dries up along here. We could do it, but it's usually like a couple rats. Okay, got a couple more meat.
Big Red and his brother Yellow were pretty worn out from wrestling all of those rats, so we put them away and got out a bunch of their sisters. We are going to move the grain feeders next, and we're expecting to see a large number of rats in a tight little area, so we needed some fresh mink.
Okay, so we should have something over here. So Justin, how about you stand right here? A little more. A little bit more. Outside, good one. Yeah, you better watch out. Outside, good.
Okay, you guys.
Far side, right here, right here. Good dog, good dog.
Oh my goodness!
Oh crap! Get it in! Get it in! Get it, boss! Outside! Grim!
That was crazy.
Get him, Penny! Oh, Travis, get him! Just leave it alone. We'll deal with that when we're done. It's a miracle we never get him trapped. There's live ones.
There's like 60 of them. You guys, should I put the
Watch,
live one
guys.
in here?
No, just dogs. They're still working.
They're fighting now. Yeah.
Far side, right here. Good dog. Good dog. Good dogs. Holy crap. There's still some. Shanique, come here. Shut it. Oh,
Shut it.
Just leave it. Just leave it alone. We'll deal with that when we're done.
What? Yeah.
It's a miracle we never get them in the trap. There's live ones.
Should I put the
Watch,
live one
guys.
in here?
No, just leave it. Just sit there.
Good.
I have 4 mink under here. They're just slaughtering them. And then they just came flying out everywhere.
You turned 4 of them loose?
Yeah, there's 4 mink under here.
Holy crap.
They're killing them right now. They're killing another one. There's still live ones under there. The mink are killing them. Don't grab the dog, good boy. I thought you said grab the dog. They're all coming out. Good boys. Good mink. Good mink. They're all coming out. They heard you whistle. Good mink. Okay.
They're all like,
Bam. And there's the last mink. Oh my gosh, look at all the dead rats the mink killed. Look at them all. Okay, stop. Okay, bring them here. Bucket. Okay. Wow, look at all those the mink killed. Look at all these. The mink slaughtered them.
don't touch them yet.
Look at them all.
Oh, there's a nest.
The mink just killed them all. Like left and right. There's just dead rats everywhere.
Oh, boss just got one.
Look at them all. The mink just killed them all. Like left and right. There's just dead rats everywhere.
There's another one. Boss just caught it.
Oh, boss got a live one? Oh my gosh, I still can't believe that just ridiculous pile of dead rats. The mink are just killing them left and right. I can't believe it. I guess we had 4 mink under there. It makes sense. I'm glad I brought 4 mink. That was super useful. But still, that was like 2.5 rats for every mink. Because that was at least 10 rats, wasn't it? At least 10 rats.
I kept thinking you're done, and then you turn around and continue. I'm like, oh, okay. Keep filming. There's not that many actually, Joe.
Okay, so I'll just do a couple quick. There you go. I wonder, are there any holes big enough we might be able to slide it down?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Boss!
Careful, boss.
Get outside. Outside, Penny.
Careful, boss. Don't take your Good boy. That's a good one to get. Good boy. Good dog. Bring it here. Where's that? Good job, Shirley. Good job. Good job, Shirley. Gremlin, stay here. Lay it out. Okay, we need one camera up, one camera down. So one of you guys pick.
Joe.
Okay, so cameras, Maggie's up, David's down.
Sorry, I should have said
Stop, 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 stop! Someone come film underneath. Someone come film underneath. Someone stay above, someone stay underneath.
There's one right there.
Where?
It went under the...
Back to back?
Yeah.
Slay, Grandin. Shunique, come on.
So,
Boss.
what's that?
Not anyone.
This one is grabbing the rat and moving it around. You should come get her and
Okay.
take her up.
Yeah, they're fighting now.
Boy. Boy.
Should I grab him by the tail?
that cash.
There are more.
Should I grab one by the tail?
Go grab a box. Over here.
Good job.
Here's one.
We got another one.
They got it.
Good girl, giving it. Is this where the little ones came out of?
Yeah.
Oh, here's another little one. Little hooded one.
I saw them at a pet store.
Any more little ones in there?
Leia's nipping at things too.
Oh, Leia's got one. Good job, Leia.
Leia's pretty good at running now.
Oh yeah, they're both really good.
Experience.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a mink down there. Okay, Leia, outside. We're gonna try a mink on this.
Yeah.
Watch out, Leia. Mink's coming your way.
Good.
Yeah, I told you. I should make an attempt at least at moving this weird thing that's going on. Is that a thrush squeak?
There's a rat right here, I think.
Could you see it?
Yeah, I see its tail.
It's alive. Penny, hand me that little. Oh, it's been chewed on.
Yeah.
It's this is the one we're here.
Is the mink still in?
Yeah. Okay, we got a second mink down. So 2 mink down, and I think these holes are unrelated. Rat.
Oh, rat.
Get it?
Oh, no.
Down a hole.
Yeah, down a hole, just as she.
Wasn't this the dead end hole?
Far side, far side, far side, far side. Girl. Ran in the red shed.
Yeah. Oh, there's one. I just saw a
Mink's
butt.
working. Good job. Stay right there, Srini. No,
rat
stay there.
butt.
Stay there.
Well, splattering
go.
blood
Go on.
everywhere.
She
So that's the one the mink was killing.
She thought you were gonna throw it.
Yeah, I know. That's I was trying to go away. I didn't want to bring it back. The mink did get one. Here I was accusing her of screwing off. She killed a pretty big one. Good mink. Yo. Well, that was a fun little hunt. Really happy with the mink. Really happy with the dogs. That was a lot of fun. So you get a lot of comments about the hooded rats that we catch here, saying that they're like escaped pets or something like that. I would say probably 1 out of, I don't know, let's say 1 out of 40 rats on this location are hooded rats. I don't believe they're domestic at all. So here's one thing that a lot of people don't realize is, where did hooded rats come from? They came from the wild. So years and years ago, back in England, they had rat catchers. So what their job was to do was to catch as many live rats as possible. And then they sold these rats to these little competitions where they would take a dog, they'd throw it in this little pit and dump a whole bunch of rats in it. And they timed the dog to see how long it took for him to kill all the rats. They had to catch live rats. They couldn't just kill them. They had to catch as many live rats as possible, and then they'd sell them to these rat pits. Well, when they were catching rats, they were going through, you know, like we do, hundreds and hundreds of rats. And they'd occasionally come out with weird colored rats like this, like a hooded rat, or maybe an albino rat or a black rat. Just something different from the typical agouti colored rat. And what they would do is they would save these special colored rats that they'd catch, and they breed them together, and they called them fancy rats. Pretty soon they were selling these goofy colored rats as pets. And they're, you know, obviously over time they started selecting for temperament. So basically, a lot of these color mutations, black rats, hooded rats, albino rats, all of those can be found in the wild, but they're not very common. Part of the reason they're not very common is a rat with all this white on it, when he's running around, he's far more likely to get spotted by an owl or a hawk than a rat this color. This rat this color and a rat this color living right in the same place, he's got a better chance at surviving than this rat does. So the chances are he's going to produce more offspring than this guy. So they're pretty rare. Now this location, it's super, super remote. It's miles to the next neighbor and many miles to the next neighbor after that. It's just endless desert. Rats don't live out here. They're not from the desert. What probably happened was they came in on a food truck. So what they do is they bring this produce in. It's just wasted produce from grocery stores, and they utilize it as feed for the cattle. So they mix it in with some straw, which basically gives it roughage, and then they feed it to the cattle. A lot of guys might wonder what those round balls are. When we find those round balls, those are coconuts. Any coconut that ends up in this mix doesn't get eaten by the cattle, so it kind of builds up over time. All of this wasted produce comes in from grocery stores in town. And in town, in garbage cans, what do you typically have? You have rats, right? So on occasions, when they come to pick up this produce and bring it out here and dump it out here in the middle of the desert where there isn't another rat for miles and miles and miles, they dump it here, and some little rat happens to survive the travel over here, didn't jump out of the truck, didn't get smothered, and when they dump, somehow it survived and escaped to breed. Chances are that happens on rare occasions. So every now and then a new rat comes in and joins the population here at the farm. Doesn't happen very often, I don't believe. Part of the reason I believe it doesn't happen very often is these goofy colored rats. That's a potential sign of inbreeding. See this hooded rat, that's a recessive color. So he could breed to a normal colored rat and it wouldn't come out hooded. If a rare recessive gene is quite common in a population, there's a good chance that population is a very inbred population where there aren't very much new blood coming into the population. And out here, they're pretty much on an island where they can't get out and they can't get new blood coming very often. The only time they get new blood is when a truck comes in that happens to have a rat that happened to survive and it mixes in. And you got to think about it. What are the chances that a rat's going to travel for the, half an hour to an hour drive on the truck, not get smashed or smothered, and then not bail out of the truck and get dumped here and survive? It's not a very good chance. So the ones that make it here are very few and far between. So I believe the reason they have these hooded rats here in the numbers that they do is because this population is based off of a very few number of rats that made this crazy travel out here. Maybe two or three dozen. It's hard to say, but it wasn't, in my opinion, very many rats that made it out here. And because the gene pool here is so small, these weird colors are allowed to pop up because there just isn't very much other options out here.
Domestic rats come in a wide range of color mutations. The majority of pet, lab, and feeder rats are either a black-based color or albino. However, out of the well over 1,000 rats I've removed from this farm, I have never seen any other color mutations. If they did have a domestic ancestor, then it would be highly likely that we would see more colors than just hooded rats. Most likely albino or black colored rats would be running around in the mix if one of their ancestors were a domestic rat.
So I believe they're just a natural occurring mutation that happens a lot more often here because one of the few rats that made it to this spot happened to be either hooded or carry the hooded gene. So we had a great day today. We had a total of 110 rats. And the great part of it is the majority of these are all adult rats. It's not like we have 110 and half of them are babies. So really productive day today. Really happy with the dogs. Super happy with the mink. These young mink were really proving themselves today and doing some awesome work. So super happy, and yeah, we'll show you guys more next time. Thanks for watching.